Hello, my name is Beata. In this episode, we will have a look at how to read cards together in a spread. And I will use a simple 3-card spread today, and in this spread, I also read the first card on the bottom of the deck. So you can say it's a 4-card spread. And I find that this additional card gives me a fuller picture and a more complete answer, and you will see that in a moment when I interpret the cards. So I read the answer from all of the cards together, but sometimes, just depending on the question asked, sometimes you will see the clear progression of events. So sometimes you will see that the 3 cards show past, present, and future. And this kind of spread is great for simple questions where we are just really interested in the perspective of one person. So it's not like a relationship spread where we want to see the perspectives of both parties in the relationship. And even though we have just a few cards here, we will be able to get quite a lot of information from them when we start looking at how they relate to each other. And this is a real question and a real reading, and it was done publicly, so I can share it with you without disclosing any personal information. Okay, so let's have a look at the cards that we have here. So the question here is, will I meet someone until the end of this year? And the cards we cannot see in the reading are as important as the ones that we have here. So the first glance at the cards should tell us if we are seeing the things that we would expect to see if the answer was positive. And in this case, there is no card that would show a potential partner. So in this case, we would be looking mainly for a prince or a king. And there are also no cards from the suit of cups that would indicate feelings or emotional experiences of any kind. So we had a look at what is missing, and this tells us that the simple answer to the question is no. But we still need to add some nuance to this, and we need to give this person something to work with. And we need to give her something useful, something that will be helpful. 3 out of 4 cards in this reading are from the suit of swords. And this shows us a heavy influence of the intellect. So in short, she is too much in her own head. And the other card, the priestess, also shows quite a cool energy. She's associated with Artemis and with veiled Isis, and she is turned inward and concerned more with the spiritual. So in relationships, this card shows us good friendship rather than a romantic relationship. And this is confirmed by the Princess of Swords. She gives us another nod to Artemis, and Artemis is one of the virgin goddesses. So both of these cards show us that this person is not ready for a relationship. She still needs to take care of herself, and she needs to feel good being single before she opens up to another person. The 8 of Swords shows us that there might be influence from the outside, apart from her own overthinking. So her thoughts are just going in circles, and people around her are giving her advice and offering their comments, and this is all making things worse. So the only way to combat this deadlock is to step away completely. She needs to distance herself from all of this. So the Priestess card also shows us a solution to the problem here. There is a need here to withdraw for a while. And lastly, the 2 of Swords is showing us that overall, this is not a time to act. This is a time to stay neutral, because any decision made now is potentially a bad one. Because we don't know everything yet, we don't have the full picture of the situation. And this card is ruled by the moon, and the priestess is also connected to the moon, not to mention that Princess of Swords is linked to Artemis, who is a goddess of the moon. And this all places a huge emphasis on lunar energy, which among other things points us in the direction of taking care of ourselves and creating emotional safety. So in this case, the reading shows that she needs to take care of herself before she will be ready to meet someone who will be a good partner for her. And she also needs to distance herself from people who are trying to influence her decisions. She needs to learn to trust her own intuition more and feel good just being single. A right partner will appear when she is ready to open up again. And we get this from the lunar influence. There is a fluctuation here. She is in a phase where she needs to withdraw, but this is only temporary. And once she is ready, she will want to go out into the world again and meet new people. We see here that there is an emphasis on the supernal triangle. We have a 2 that is related to Chokmah and Priestess, whose path leads from Keter to Tiferet. So we can see that there is a willingness to do something about the situation, but for now it remains in the sphere of ideas. In the supernal triangle, everything is still possible. The energy hasn't gone through the abyss to manifest in a more concrete way. And this is actually the path of the priestess. So it's her function to bring the energy down and to help it manifest. So the willingness to do something also remains in the sphere of intellect, because it's the 2 of Swords. And this is emphasized by the 8 relating to Hod, which is also connected to our thoughts, to the way we try to make sense of the world around us. And the path of the priestess is in the middle pillar of the Tree of Life, so there is a certain balance in the situation now. We have 1 Sephiroth each from both side pillars, and the priestess that balances them. So the situation right now is what is supposed to be. She is on the right path to achieving what she wants, even though she still has work to do. And lastly, we can also look at the way the Princess of Swords is facing in this spread. She looks like she is fighting the 8 of Swords. So we see that the person asking the question is already fighting these outside influences in her life, and she's trying to take control of her life. I hope that this episode helped you to see how we can read cards together in a spread. I plan on making more episodes like this one, showing you some practical examples of different spreads and different questions. So please let me know in the comments what you think about this, and would you like to see more videos like this one? But that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and please remember to like the video, leave a comment, and of course subscribe to my channel. I would like to thank everyone who is already supporting the channel. I appreciate your help very much. And as always, if you find my videos valuable, you can show your support by becoming a patron or with a one-time donation through PayPal. All links are in the video description below. Thank you very much for considering this. Your support allows me to continue making these videos for you. Once again, thank you all for today, and I will see you in the next video very soon. Thank you. Bye.